So yesterday morning, at around 5 a.m., we started to hear in the community that ICE was going to be present in the city. Once we heard the rumors and this going around our community, the rapid response team got activated. We realized that we needed to go out on the streets and to keep an eye for one another and see what was going to happen. All of this started at 5 a.m. Dozens of us came out. Dozens of us witnessed people being kidnapped. It's been a very hard day and painful day for me and for many of us. The past 48 hours have also taught me something. That even though we have laws, even though we have politicians, even though we have systems, none of those things are going to keep us safe. What is going to keep us safe is us. And in order to do that, we have to act and understand that our power is when we choose one another. When we say it loud or say it clear.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Say it loud or say it clear.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Say it loud or say it clear.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Some of our leaders are passing roses around. And they have attacked. You'll see that there are no names in the roses that you're getting. And there are no names because we don't know the people that they are taking because they are literally kidnapping them. There was a mom that was taken out of her car on that street over there. There were two girls that walked down this street, and some of our leaders gave them a red card and said, "These are your rights. Immigration is here. You have to be careful." Summer break, so they were out and about in the city because that's what kids do when they're not in school. Down the block they were taken. They were ambushed and they were taken. And we don't know their names. And they are a daughter, and the person over there is a mother, and another man that was kidnapped right there. It's a son, it's a father. Many people have bought into this narrative of the good immigrant and the bad immigrant, and they are only taking criminals. And we know that that's not the case. Because those kids, from the month that was taken over there, stayed up all night waiting for her to come home. And she did it. Mainstream society, politicians from both parties continue to say that they are only taking criminals from both parties.
Yes, they are.
When we know that immigrants crime rates are way lower than U.S. quote-unquote citizens. The data is there. And the attacks, the kidnappings that we saw yesterday, probably today, and the ones that we didn't get to witness happened because people in power have bought into that narrative. Have allowed the massive prison industrial complex is connected to what we're seeing today. So when people say defund the police, it's because we understand that a militarized police could be turned against any of us at any moment.
Yes.
And that police does not provide the things that actually make us feel safe.
They protect property.
Yep.
The origins of police were slave patrols. That is the origin of the system that we have that is supposed to protect us. And I'm saying all of this because we need to understand that my liberation is connected to your liberation.
Yes.
Woo.
And it is up to us to stand up and fight back.
Yeah.
And that's what we saw yesterday. That our community said, not here,
Not here.
not in Danbury. Karen Hunter is one of our leaders that is part of the many work groups that we have that I hope all of you join before you leave today. She's not an immigrant, she's a white woman. But she understands, like many of us that we're talking about, humans. And that's what we do when we choose to fight for our collective humanity. I'm gonna let her share with you what she witnessed yesterday. She is one of the leaders that is, as I said, in the rapid response group that we have that allow us to witness the kidnappings of the people in our community. She's one of the leaders that is walking into businesses to provide red cards and education to keep our families safe. She's one of the leaders that has been doing court accompaniment with people who have to go to court and are fearful to go to court. So Karen,
Thank you, Ron. Yesterday was my first day of doing outreach. Yesterday was my first.
Microphone closer.
Yesterday was my first day of doing outreach. We were standing down just a little ways across the street, handing out the red cards to people who passed us by and trying to let them know that they had rights and that ICE was all over the city. These two girls, they were maybe 20 years old, were walking down the sidewalk, talking, laughing, joking. When they got to us, we stopped them and we handed them each a red card and said, "These are your rights. in case anything should happen. And please be careful because ICE is all around the city today. A very short time later, I found out these two girls had been kidnapped down the road. And this is heartbreaking and it's wrong. And we need to do better. These girls could have been my daughter or my granddaughter. We need to do better protecting our community from these horrible kidnappings. All I can think about last night was these poor girls and how afraid they must be, how worried their families must be. The image of this is never going to go out of my head. Danbury needs to be a place where residents can feel safe. Right now, ICE is abducting immigrants in our communities, throwing them into detention with no form of due process. These actions violate the dignity, safety, and basic right of all our neighbors. These actions have no place in our state. We must keep showing up, standing up, and not let this happen in our community.
I'm gonna say no borders, no nations, and you're gonna say stop deportations, okay? No borders, no nations.
Stop deportations!
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 Woo! All right. Karen, you shared with us about children. And I want all of us to think about the fact that our children are being robbed of their childhood. And again, what we witnessed yesterday show us that they cannot be kids right now. We have known that they are not showing up to school when we had confirmation of ICE presence. And this is information that educators have shared with us. We know that this will affect our children for generations to come. We know that trauma affects our DNA. And it is up to us to stop that and to ensure that our children can have dreams and can be children. Now I'm gonna have Julian Schaffer, a teacher at Danbury High School, share with us about what he sees in the classroom. What does this mean for kids? What does this mean for education? And let me tell you something. If you're not an immigrant, and if one day your kids' friends don't show up to school, you are going to have to explain to them that they just disappeared. Again, folks, this affects us all directly and indirectly. think about what are you willing to do for your children, because I need you to do the same for all of our children. Children should be 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 children. I got another one for y'all. Families, children, do not fear. We are neighbors. Welcome here. Family, children, do not fear. We are neighbors. Welcome here. Family, children, do not fear. We are neighbors. Welcome here. All right, y'all. So first, I just want to give a big thank you to the Danbury Unites for Immigrants team who put this together. This is exactly the kind of community action we need, right? Exactly the kind of community action we need. Thank you. Rooted in love and resistance that we need to take on ICE and keep our community members safe. So thank y'all. We need this. Thank you. I'm Julian Schaefer. I've been a history teacher at Danbury High School for the last 10 years. 8 years ago, I witnessed hundreds of students lead a walkout to protest a man harassing immigrant students on our campus. In my time teaching, I've had at least a dozen students working with Connecticut Students for a Dream, fighting for the rights of undocumented students to have access to health care and have a chance to get a higher education. I've seen Danbury's community come together, stand up for its immigrant community members, regardless of the presidential administration in power. So while I was horrified by the videos of unmarked police cars and masked agents ready to abduct people on White Street yesterday, I had to remind myself that for 10 years, I've seen people in Danbury fighting to protect immigrant rights from this country's deportation machine. And I know that the city's history in this activism runs far deeper than that, right? So remind ourselves, right? ICE might have extensive resources. It might be wielding unconstitutional power. But they're up against the seasoned force of activists and organizers here and us here right now, right? We need this. We need us. Because when we fight, we win. Because when we fight, we win. Because when we fight, we win. I'm a history teacher, y'all. So Juan covered some history. I'm going to try and get into a little more. I can't help myself. I'm sorry. So in the 20th century alone, the U.S. intervened in Latin American countries at least 41 times. That's a conservative estimate. Conservative estimate, one intervention every 28 months in the 20th century. For over a century, our country's foreign policy has created economic and political instability for the benefit of American corporations and investors. Whether people have come to the U.S. for freedom from violence or just a chance to be able to feed themselves and their family, we as Americans owe a historical debt to our immigrant neighbors who arrive here. The harvest of America's empire has been coming in the form of our immigrant siblings who, if we begin righting the wrongs of our own country's history, deserve a chance to live here with us, with freedom from violence and fear, with economic stability, and our country and freedom from the harms our country has imposed on them. All right, as a teacher of undocumented children, I've seen students of mine suffer emotionally, financially, and academically because family members of theirs have been deported. I personally have had students who had to drop out because they had to work to support their family when a parent was deported. They were heartbroken. They wanted nothing more than to stay in school and learn with their peers. When schools' designation as safe spaces from ICE raids was removed, we saw an immediate dip in undocumented students' attendance. One UCLA study found a 9% drop in multilingual Latino students' English and language arts scores correlated with escalated arrests of immigrants in their neighborhoods. Another UCLA study found that fear of immigration raids in the students' neighborhood led to high rates of absenteeism because children feared that their parents would be deported or detained while they attended school. The facts are clear, y'all. Harsh immigration policies have negative effects on our students' performance and well-being and harm our schools as a whole. So let's be clear, ICE is not just harming individuals, they're harming the families in our communities, classrooms, our whole community, but we are stronger. Woo! We are teachers, we are workers, students, neighbors, and organizers.
Yes.
We are people who know our history and who are determined to write a better future. Danbury has fought back before. We're going to do it again, y'all. We will protect each other. We will show up every single day that our immigrant siblings are under threat. Because when we say no fear, no hate, no ICE in our state, we mean it. And when we say we're in this together, we mean everyone. Documented or not, born here or not, newly arrived or been here a long time, English speaking, it does not matter. We all belong here. Y'all, let's keep organizing. Let's keep showing up. Let's keep fighting for our students and make sure they have a safe place to learn and live in Danbury.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight up!
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight up!
When our community is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight up!
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight up!
Woo!
Now I'm gonna have another one of our leaders who joined the meeting and said, I want to take action, I want to protect my community, and got involved with us. I was talking to her the other day. We drove back together from a training. This was days before, the Friday before the No King's Day protest. And I shared with her that we do need those types of protests because it's literally like political communion. We come together and we share our pain and we share our disappointment, but we also share our love for humanity. And that's just the first step. Making a sign, it's really easy. Showing up to a protest is really easy. And what we need right now is to organize. That is the only way that we're gonna make it to the other side.
Yes.
Organizing is about believing into other worlds being possible.
Yes, it is. Yes.
And we can make that happen.
Can. Sí se puede.
Puede.
Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede. Sí se puede.
Sí se puede.
And that's what Juliana has been doing. So I want her to share with you what this means for our community right now and what has this meant for her. And as I said, I hope all of you join us.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Hello. Can everybody hear me okay? Yeah. Okay.
Speak up, girl.
Speak up. Hi, my name is Juliana. I am Brazilian American. I was born and raised here in Danbury. I have lifelong friends here in Danbury, and my parents were immigrant parents. This city has always been my home. I've never walked these cities and felt unsafe or afraid in my entire life until now. Until unmarked cars with tinted windows started lurking in our neighborhoods, watching us live, watching us work, watching us exist for hours. This is literally happening on our streets.
Fascism.
Yes.
Yes.
Yesterday, I saw ICE agents use one of those unmarked tinted windows cars to disappear with a woman here in Danbury, right over there on 5th Ave.
Shame.
Shame. Yes.
Shame.
Her car was left behind with the child seat, with toys in the back, receipts, remnants of a life that she was violently ripped away from. And that image has not left me since. But they tell us to trust them, that they're only going after the bad ones. And I wish I could stand here and believe that, but I don't. I'm afraid for my community.
Immigration enforcement has a history of hiding their identities, refusing to be transparent, of lying to people, of operating without any accountability. How are we supposed to feel safe with people who move like shadows in our streets while vanishing with members of our community? Danbury has a long history of being home to immigrants. Our food, our labor, our kids' classrooms, our churches, each and every single part of this city is diverse because this city is diverse. And we're not going to let ICE tear that apart. So if you've ever thought, I don't agree either, but I don't know what to do, this is it. Show up, pay attention, spread the word, and protect one another because our community keeps us safe. This work that we're doing, showing up for one another, it matters. Because without it, people are disappearing in silence. And without each other, there's no one to say, not in my city. Thank you so much. Not in Danbury, yes, not in Danbury. Thank you guys.
Say it once, say it twice. We will not put up with life. Say it once, say it twice. We will not put up with life.
Say it once. Say it twice.
We will not put up with life.
Say it once.
Say it twice.
We will not put up with ICE.
Say it once, say it twice.
We will not put up with ICE.
Say it once, say it twice.
We will not put up with ICE.
I got a new one for you all. And I'm gonna need help for both because I'm losing my voice. So the first part goes, we all see it, we're all here. ICE crimes are crystal clear. We all see it, we're all here. ICE crimes are crystal clear. We all see it, we are here. ICE crimes are crystal clear. We all see it, we are here. ICE crimes are crystal clear. We all see it, we are here. ICE crimes are crystal clear. We all see it, we are here. ICE's crimes are crystal clear. My family has been here for decades. People tell me, how did you end up in Connecticut? And I'm like, I don't know, ask my brothers. Two weeks ago, it was I am the youngest of 10. And 2 weeks ago, it was the first time in 25 years that all of us were in the same room. When people say, you need to do it the right way, you need to get in line. Some of my siblings have been waiting in line and they're still waiting today. And that line is 31 years long. One of the things that I realized today, and when my dad came and we were all together, was that we didn't know how to be together as family because we have been separated for 25 years. We know that we're related, but I literally realized what separation, what forced migration does to families. One of the things that I also heard yesterday and I witnessed was that families were scared to leave their house. And we told them to stay home because home was the only place that they could be safe. As I said, my brothers have been here for many years. And they've known the owners of the business to my left side for many, many years. That's where we go to get menudo. That's where we go to get bistec, That's where we go to get tacos. My family, my siblings have been doing that since they've been here. I stopped by the grocery store and I talked to Yesenia. I also stopped by the bakery. And that was the first time that I walked in and there were two people. If you are from Danbury, if you know Danbury, you know that that bakery is crazy. Because we all love pan dulce. But nobody was there yesterday. And I asked Yesenia if she could share what this means, not just for the business that her family has had and built, and not just about economy, but what does this mean for her business and the families that are afraid to go out, the families that her parents have known for years. I'm gonna let her share with you what that has been like since yesterday.
Hi guys, my name is Yesenia. Louder? Okay. Hi guys, my name is Yesenia. I'm basically here because we have been open at the bakery and at the store for over 25 years. And this has never happened, ever. We have never seen our customers, our clients, people that we know scared, petrified to even come to our parking lot, come to get bread, come to get food. And I am standing here on the right side of history today to speak up for all the people that can't, because we have a voice. And I am here, and I'm gonna use my voice for all the people that can't. I'm against everything that's going on. It's disgusting, it's horrible, and if I could do anything, we're here. My family's here, all the people that can, we're here together, and we're gonna speak up for all the people that can't. It was horrible yesterday. People call and say, can we go? Are we safe? And I'm outside, standing there, looking at these people at ICE in the face and telling them to get off my property, that it's a private property and I don't give them permission to be there. So just like I am, I hope all the other Latino businesses are doing the same and supporting all the community that has always supported us for the past 25 to 30 years. So I'm here today for them, for the people that can't talk, because I can and I will. Thank you guys.
And for all of you that have never been to the bakery, before you leave today, I want to see a line down the street. Because that's what we do. We show up for one another. And we find joy in delicious food. And we create joy when we share that food with the people around us, the people who we love and the people who are willing to fight back.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yesterday, I also spent some time with some of our faith leaders in the evening. I shared with them some of the things that we witnessed. The fact that in this parking lot, there were 5 cars with people covering their faces. One of the agents inside of his car took his gun out and pointed it at one of our leaders.
Cowards! Cowards! Shame!
And again, they're doing that while we're filming them. Imagine what they're doing when nobody's watching. People are afraid to go to hospitals. The one place where people used to always feel safe was places of worship. Now that is not even a safe place for people to be. It's sad, it's painful. That now families don't feel like that they can go into a place of worship and be at peace. And we need our faith leaders. Now more than ever, to stand up and fight back, to revolt against fascism, to be willing to put their bodies in the line with us, because they have done it in the past. Part of the reason why many of the leaders during the civil rights movement knew that the FBI were surveilling them was because faith leaders broke into an FBI office.
Hell yeah.
So my call to all of you, faith leaders in our communities, to provide the spiritual support our community will continue to need. And to be willing to tear down walls, because that's what we need.
Yes.
And with that, I'm gonna pass it off to Ari Rosenberg, Executive Director for ARC.
Before I begin, I just want to say that it's times. Before I begin, I just want to say that it's times like these that where you stand makes a difference. And I want to thank everyone who came out to stand here today. I want to thank our Mayor Roberto Alves for standing with us today. Representative Juan Santos for standing with us today, and State Senator Julie Kushner for standing with us. In fact,
Thank you, Ari, and to everyone here. There are so many of you here today that I've stood with on the forefront of so many struggles, and I've seen us make progress. But today, of course, we are appalled at what's going on in our nation and right here in Danbury. And the reason I'm here is because I'm a granddaughter of immigrants. I'm a granddaughter of my grandfather came unaccompanied at age 14 to this country. And in my faith, which is the same as Ari's, we say welcome the stranger. And that's the treatment we got when my family came here. We were welcomed. Not by everyone, but by most. And for me, it's really important to stand up on this issue about immigration. I've been standing with some of the people in this community before I was an elected official, when I was a union leader, when I was a private citizen, fighting for the rights of our undocumented neighbors and friends. And I'm still standing here. And while I wasn't asked formally to speak, I appreciate the opportunity. And I appreciate our mayor and Representative Santos, who came here themselves undocumented, who understand the fear of having to walk down a street knowing there were ICE agents in Danbury decades ago. This isn't new to them. And the one thing I want to stand and say is that it does make a difference who you elect. And there are people, particularly in the Democratic Party, and particularly in Danbury, who are taking a very different approach than we have for decades in this town. We were divided in this town for decades under the Republican leadership. taught that immigrants were not our friends, taught that it was not possible to insert the word immigration into our public dialogue. That was what we were taught to believe by previous generations. But that has changed in Danbury. And it's changed because of the efforts of a lot of people that are right here, right now, that have worked on it. That doesn't mean we haven't got much farther to go. But I do think that it's important to recognize that we have opportunities here, and that if we work together, that we will be stronger. Those who are documented, those who are undocumented, those who are immigrants, those who stand with immigrants as allies. And that's why I felt it was important to be here today. And that's why I appreciate all of you being here today, because we must stand together, and we can't let anyone divide us. And that's how we'll win. And when we fight, yes, we win. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. Thank you, Ari, for giving me this opportunity.
Democrats need to do way more. We'll see. Not enough is happening on the Democratic Party. Let's
Okay, all right, thank you. As we said, I am the Executive Director of the Association of Religious Communities, or ARC. We are the stewards of the region's last standing homeless shelter, and our Comida Food Pantry serves 5,000 people a year. I'm also Vice President of New Milford Refugee Resettlement, and together with ARC, we have legally brought 23 Afghan refugees to the greater Danbury area, each one enriching the community. Our commitment to support immigrants and refugees is part of a human rights tradition that preceded the United States by over 2,000 years. There are 36 biblical commandments to welcome the stranger. Leviticus 19 teaches that the stranger who resides with you shall be to you as one of your citizens. You shall love your neighbor as yourself, for you too were strangers in the land of Egypt. The Prophet Muhammad taught the value of Aman, granting refuge and protection to those fleeing persecution and danger. The Buddhist concept of metta enshrines the value of loving kindness as expressed in helping all those in need, regardless of their race, nationality, or legal status. In Christianity, Matthew 25 teaches, "For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in." At ARC, we take to heart these morals, values, and ethics, literally providing food for the hungry, shelter for those who have none. And I am here to tell you that there is no moral high ground for ICE to round up our family, friends, and neighbors without due process. Stop deporting the very people we ought to be supporting. Stop casting racist aspersions against good men, women, and children. This country was founded by immigrants and refugees. The best that this country has to offer is the product of immigrants and refugees. The crime rate is lower among immigrants and refugees. It is entirely unethical to demonize them and treat them as lesser than ourselves. We are all created in God's image. We are all equal. Moses, Jesus, Muhammad, and the Buddha would all want us to support each other with love. Working closely with the immigrant population of the greater Danbury area, we are keenly aware that these people have fled from extraordinary circumstances, in abject fear for their lives, enduring the dangerous journey that led them here on a prayer that they might find shelter, pursue gainful employment, and work hard to provide for their families and their community. Yes. There are two kinds of people in this world: those who want to help others and those who care only about themselves. Those who want to help others are grounded in generations of morals and values and ethics. This moment in time is but a blip in the history of humanity, but the choices that we make will have consequences for all of eternity. Follow your heart, love your neighbor as yourself, do the right thing, rally against injustice, fight for what is right, and let ICE know that you will not abide the violation of human rights in the United States of America. Thank you.
No fascism! Immigrants are welcome here.
Say it louder, say it clear.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Say it louder, say it clear.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Say it louder, say it clear.
Immigrants are welcome here.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Thank you, Ari. We are here because, as all of us share with you, people were abducted as they were coming out of that building. And let me be clear. This is not about me. This is not about our mayor. This is not about our senator. This is about all of us.
Yes. All of us. All of us.
So no, we did not ask our mayor to speak today. We did not ask our senator to speak today. Because this is about us. This is about us continuing to show up to make sure that when people go into that building, they're not kidnapped. And the only way that we're gonna do that is by all of you taking action. All of you. So that's what this is about. This is not about me. I said it before. This is about the roses that you're holding.
Yes.
Mother kidnapped by ICE. Daughter kidnapped by ICE. Son kidnapped by ICE. Human kidnapped by ICE. So my priority is building power with people. That is my priority. And I need all of you. Because that's all we got. Yeah, we need to have politicians that will help us fight for laws that actually protect us. We had many of them this session fighting for the Trust Act. But we still had a House, a Senate, and a governor that didn't have the political will to take real action to pass real protections. So no, this is not about politicians. This is about our people. Because ICE has access to people's homes addresses. What would you do if you knew that the people that are trying to hurt you have access to your address?
Protect them.
And that's what we were fighting for.
One planet, one people. That's right.
And even though, again, we have a Democratic governor, a supermajority, that did not happen. And that's wrong. So again, this is about us. That's all we got. And we have many allies at the Capitol. We do. I have had conversations with legislators who I have said, you are a white man, you are a white straight man. When I walk into rooms, people don't listen to me. I have to fight to be in the space trying to change laws. I don't belong to a legacy organization. I have an accent. I have to fight within racist systems. And I have said, I don't need an ally. I need you to co-conspire with me.
Yes.
Because that's how we make change happen. So yes, we do need those people. We have those people.
It's not enough.
And it is not enough.
Yes. Not enough.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough.
It's not enough.
And again, this is not about dividing our community. It is not. Because I am telling you that I need you, all of you. Because I do believe in radical love. And I love all of you.
Yes.
Because to me you are a human and I love all humans.
Amen.
So that's what this is about. What we're gonna do now, we have people with QR codes that are gonna go around so you can learn how to get involved. And now, we're gonna walk down to the sidewalk and leave all the roses that we have there, where a father, a son, a brother, a human was kidnapped yesterday. And we still don't know where he is. His family doesn't know where he is. So those roses represent him, represent the thousands of people that have been disappeared. And it is up to us to stop that.
It's up to us!
So we're gonna walk that way, and we're gonna walk with chants, and we're gonna circle around the area where they took him, where they kidnapped him.
What do we do? Stand up, fight back. When our community is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
When immigrants are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
Under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back.
Fight back! Fight back!
Stand up, fight back.
Stand up, fight back!
Power to the people.
Power to the people!
Power to the people. Power to the people.
Power to the people! Power to the people!
Power to the people!
No one is illegal.
Power to the people!
No one is illegal.
Power to the people!
No one is illegal. Power to the people. No one is illegal.
Power to the people! No one is illegal!
Power to the people. No one is illegal.
Power to the people! No one is illegal!
Power to the people.
No one is illegal! Power to the people! No one is illegal!
Power to the people. No one is illegal.
Power to the people! No one is illegal!